Louisiana Beer Reviews looks at Horny Goats Tango Delta Tangerine IPA. Tango Delta is a beer with tangerine juice added. Alright, they're saying we use, if you get on the website, we use barley malt and hops. That basically they're saying we use the barley malts and hops that you would use in an IPA. Whatever those may happen to be. They're saying they use tangerine juice to spruce it up, but I read an article over a year ago that was saying that beer companies were using fruit juice as a substitute for hops because there's so many hoppy beers that hops are in a shortage and they're very expensive, and so this could be the situation. I don't know. I'm not going to make an accusation like that, but I'm seeing more and more of these companies do that, like Molotov Light with, the flavoring added. This was given to me by Mike Papa. Thank you, Mike. So it shows some Rambo, John Rambo type character out there in the touchdown area where the helicopter's about to land or whatever, and fighting out there in Southeast Asia, etc. Most of this company's beers are sort of comical, not, their labeling is not really serious. 6.8% alcohol, 69 international bitterness units. That's pretty good. Now, interestingly, Stevens Point, Wisconsin. Okay, Stevens Point Brewing. And La Crosse, Wisconsin. City Brewing. Okay, second one I've had that's got that. Second beer I've had lately that's got that La Crosse, Wisconsin connection. The other one was the KBC Pumpkin Ale. Well, City Brewing makes a whole lot of money, probably most of their money doing contract brewing for various small and large companies. Small like Horny Goat, large like Guinness, Boston Brewing, Pabst Brewing Company. So that's interesting. Also, I noticed on the Horny Goat website they said that their brew pub in Milwaukee is closing on October 11th. They said due to financial considerations, whatever. In other words, it's losing money. So I was sorry to see that. I hope this company is not in trouble. They said they had to concentrate on keeping up with demand and production. I don't know. We'll see. I see this company's beers all around quite a bit. They tried selling the Stevens Point beers down here, and there may be a connection between these two companies more than just the brewing. It may even be the same company. I don't know. I can't say. But those Stevens Point beers tanked. They didn't make it down here at all. I thought they were all good. It just did not sell. But there's a saturation of craft beers in southeastern Louisiana. There's a flood of it, and a lot of them get yanked off the shelf after not very long. Okay, so it looks gold, maybe an orange gold, but mostly gold. Some little stray bubbles. The head was medium, thin to medium. It's pretty sticky lacing, though. You can see that. That's not too unusual for India Pale Ale. It smells like, same old thing. White bread, hop, resin, hop oil, which is like floral in this case, and then I guess the juice. And a lot of times the hops people will remark it's citrus, so that's, you add the citrus juice, it's not going to throw it off too much, if at all. The pale malts, the breadiness, white bread, the pretty significant hop bitterness, 69 IBUs is no joke, but it's not super bitter. These guys I talked to next door, they would hate it, I'm sure. and the juice, tangerine juice from a tangerine orange, and medium mouthfeel and a dry-ish finish, and the drinkability is pretty good. Now those guys, I'll talk to them, they're saying, I mean, they like talking about beer. They get to talk about beer for hours, you know, but and they like drinking it more than talking about it. But they want to talk about things like Bud Light, Busch, Miller Lite, stuff like that. That's their big interest area. And then they'll talk about how they tried beers like this, you know. And one of the guys was saying, I don't like those kind of beers. They taste like perfume. I said, what do you mean? He said, you know, like, he said, I don't know, perfume. That's what it tastes like to me. So they weren't favorable towards the specialty beers. I don't think it means they have a bad palate, or they're idiots, or they don't have a clue. It's just Kansas City Southern. It's just what they like to drink. You know, in the beer drinking community, the beer drinking world, there's, you know, that factionalism, and if you don't like all the specialty beers, then you're denigrated, and people make fun of you and look down on you, and there's levels of the snobbery, you know. A lot of people would look down on this. I don't love the marketing, you know, it's corny and wry humor or dry humor or whatever. But the main thing is, does the beer taste good? And most of their stuff does taste pretty good. It's not outstanding, world class, or like super terrific, but it's all good. It's not really expensive, so the bitterness is certainly there, but it's not harsh or wrong. The tangerine juice is underneath, it's there. So for a fruit-flavored India Pale Ale with relatively high bitterness and a pretty hefty body, this would be one to get. I'll give it an 8. It's an A beer, most excellent. So laissez les bon temps rouler. Nice, nice, nice. Thank you, Papa, again. And I'm going to end this review by saying, y'all come on down to New Orleans. Y'all, thanks for watching. Y'all.